Welcome to Strength Side. We repeatedly get this question quite often, and that is, what is the best posture to have and how do I fix my posture? Now, first off, I want to say that posture is very individual, right? And before posture, you should probably be looking at movement. Can you move well, right? Now, there are people out there who we might deem as having less than optimal posture. Maybe they have a little bit rounded shoulders, but they move well, they function well, and they are pain-free, right? So posture is not the end-all thing. With that being said, there are some basic guidelines on, what would promote a strong position to be in. So today, I'm going to pretty much tell you guys what I like to think about throughout my day to keep me in a strong position, strong posture when I'm standing, sitting, and just moving about throughout my day. Let's do that. So let's start from the head and move down to the feet, okay? Now, number one thing that we want to think about with the head is keeping it back stacked over our spine, so not letting it come forward, and just keeping it level, right? We don't want to be cranked up like this, and we don't want to be here as well, right? So if we can keep even eye level, chin tucked down, head back, then you're starting in a great position, right? But that's only the head, so let's move down. So now for our chest thoracic region, what we want to do is just kind of keep an open chest here, right? We don't want to get closed down. That's how we get this rounded upper back and rounded shoulders, right? So if I can think open chest, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm pulling my shoulders back. We don't want to sit all day in retraction and extend our spine too much. We just want to think open chest, I'm able to not be closed down here, okay? Now as we move down, when we get to the lower part of the torso, we want to think a little bit of tension in the stomach, okay? You don't have to be flexing your abs all day long, right? This just means that you're holding, I don't even want to say a percentage, but I'm going to, maybe 20% of tension here in your core, okay? It just means that it's on and it's ready to stabilize you when you need it, okay? So one thing that I actually like to think about, which I think is a great cue, is thinking flexion or, flexing your core region and extending your upper back, okay? So that means that the core is firing and then the back part of my upper back is firing to keep me very upright and very strong, okay? So now moving down from the torso, we get to the pelvis. Oh, this is exciting. All the anterior pelvic tilt people are, ready for this one. So basically, we need to keep this structure just level, right? So if I tilt forward, then as you can see, this already breaks my rules for my upper body, my torso, right? If this moves under, we're breaking these torso rules, so this needs to sit here and keep everything level so my torso can stack level on top of that. Now, I love the cue of thinking of your pelvis as a bowl with water in it, or milk, or beer maybe, whatever it is that we don't want to spill. So if I'm getting into anterior tilts and this liquid is spilling out this way, then you're going to want to squeeze that butt a little bit and get some tension here in the core, right, to keep that under you. Now, if you're going the other way and you're posteriorly tilting, then you're going to need to add some extension into this lower back. We're going to need to get that pelvis back into a little bit more anterior tilt so this liquid doesn't spill out the back, okay? So just think, hey, keeping this bowl level, all right? Now as we move down to the legs, if we're keeping that pelvis stable, then my hips are going to be stable. So we don't have to think about these leg muscles too much, right? Just as long as this pelvis stays neutral, we're good, okay? Now with our feet, usually when we're standing and sitting, we want those to just be forward, right? We don't want to be here in a duck-footed position. This is just way too splayed at the hips, way too much external rotation. We also don't really want to be pigeon-toed as well because that probably means that our knees are coming in this way, okay? So, we got head down to the toes. A lot of things to think about, but really if we just want to break this down into some simple things, we just think Hey, stack the neck. Keep my head neutral. Hey, I'm going to just extend my upper spine, keep the chest up, keep a little bit of tension in the core. My butt stays turned on a little bit, my hips stay under me, my feet are straight. I'm ready to go. Right? I'm ready for anything at this point, okay? Guys, that's what I think about throughout the day to keep my posture in a good, strong position. I suggest that you do the same, but remember what I mentioned, posture is not everything. You can be healthy and have a little bit less than optimal posture, or you could have really good posture and have some muscle imbalances and not be able to move very well at all, right? So they have to be in combination with each other, but number one is probably make sure that you're moving well, okay? Hey, that's the video. Make sure to like it if you like it. You know, if you didn't, don't dislike it, just don't like it. Subscribe to StrengthSide. Like the Facebook page. If you have any questions, shoot them there. Check out movestrongnow.com. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.